The goal of this project is to light an LED using energy harnessed from the wind. Ohm's law is used to determine the power required to illuminate the LED. A motor is then used as a generator to produce the electricity needed. The output signal from the generator is then conditioned into usable DC power. The principles of Faraday's law and the right-hand rule are utilized to generate an electrical current in a conductor passing through a magnetic field. The rotational speed needed to generate the electrical power to light the LED is then determined using the formula shown. Then, using the rotational speed found for the generator, the required wind speed is calculated using this speed formula. Based on the preceding formulas, the team predicted that a wind speed of 33.14 miles per hour is needed to light the LED. This project is a demonstration of the conversion of energy from one form to another to achieve a desired objective. Now let's build it.
For this project, we were able to source almost all of our materials locally in our lab through recycled parts. As you can see, we were able to get a motor, an LED light, a capacitor, and diodes, wiring, and glue sticks, and a hot glue gun in our lab. Additionally, we 3D printed our fan blade, which reduced our costs. Overall, the only cost we had was popsicle sticks, which we were able to buy at a local arts and crafts store for $3.
A rendering of the wind tower assembly was drawn in Fusion 360. Based on this rendering, the team began constructing the tower. The team started off by constructing the tower base using popsicle sticks and a hot glue gun. The tower consists of 4 discrete layers: the base, the first tier, the second tier, and the motor platform. Each was glued securely to the previous. Each popsicle stick was cut to the proper length as needed using a sharp pair of scissors. The base was triangulated for stability as shown. It is important to wait for the glue to cool and harden before attempting to move on to the next item to be attached. The height of the first and second tier is the length of the popsicle sticks, which is 6 inches. The footprint of the base is 6 inches by 6 inches. The footprint of the second tier is 4 inches by 4 inches. The footprint of the motor platform is 2 inches by 2 inches. A 7.5-inch diameter turbine prop was rendered on SolidWorks and then 3D printed from PLA material. The prop was then installed onto the motor shaft with a perfect friction fit. Any comparable sized prop or blade can be used or scavenged or recycled from a desktop fan or CPU cooling unit if 3D printing service is not available.
A bridge rectifier was constructed out of 4 diodes. The diodes were twist connected and then soldered for electrical integrity. The completed rectifier was then hot glued to the side of the tower. An LED was installed on the motor platform by drilling a small hole and was kept in place using friction. The components were then connected via 22 gauge wire and all joints soldered according to the schematic shown. It is important to follow all safety protocols when soldering. This includes safety glasses and a fume extractor to prevent any fumes or hot flux and solder from causing injury. The completed circuit is shown here. In order to generate a consistent and reliable wind velocity, the design was then tested using a motor vehicle.
We calculated a 33.14 miles per hour theoretical speed. In actuality, 37 miles per hour lit the LED. This could have been due to the fact that the TSR was an estimated value and not exact. Additionally, friction, resistance, and the unreliable, inconsistent wind speeds could have affected the fact that we did not see the theoretical value.